Hey y'all. Hey Cali girl. Hey Bianca. Hey Chantel. What's up? What's up? What's up to my Naughty crew? Welcome back to my channel, Naughty Love Movement. Yes. It's your host Naughty, bringing you the latest and trending topics. And purely on the docket today, we have Sean Puff Daddy P. Diddy, hashtag brother love no Diddy, on the docket today because the indictment has been passed down and we gonna get into it as much as Rolling Stone let us. Okay, so please thumbs up this video. Okay, we've been waiting for this day, Naughty crew. The day of reckoning is here. He seemed to be cooperating so far. So let's get into the charges, but thumbs up the video. Let's see. Hold on. Yes, it was unsealed this morning. Yes, honey. We've been waiting for this day. Thumbs up this video. Thumbs up this video. The diddler has been detained. Arrested. We went live last night. Check out my video. It was breaking news. But originally, the indictment was sealed. It has been unsealed. So we're going to get into what they all are charging Mr. Brother Love with. Where's the love, diddler? Where's the love? Ain't no love in this sauce over here, okay? We gonna get into what social media is saying. Thumbs up the video. I mean, I'm talking about the bottles of baby oil. Tons and tons and tons and lube. What you need so much lube and oil for, Diddy? What AT2 say? I'm gonna sell you some body oil. Yes. Thumbs up the video. The topic is Sean D. Diddy P. Diddy Combs. Did you see the title? Can you read the title? He has been arrested. We've been waiting for this day. Now, I've been telling y'all, now the crew here on the East Coast, us girls knew what it was with the diddler. It's been rumors for years, but he been able to keep people quiet with his money because he was in law enforcement pocket. Yes, he was. I want to see how many police officers get charged for helping him cover up these crimes. But I'm interested to see what they charged him with. Yes, I am. Thumbs up this video. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. We on the path to 3K subs. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Shout out to my mods, my subscribers. Okay. In this video, I am going to do this video in honor of my former mod, Michelle GM. Love her. She recently passed away. This is all in honor of you, girl, because I know you looking down like, yeah, Naughty, get him. We're going to get into all of that because his lawyer spoke out, okay? All right, so I'm taking this information from Rolling Stone. Okay. First count, racketeering and conspiracy. The grand jury charges for decades Sean Combs, a.k.a. Let me put this up so I can see. Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, a.k.a. Diddy, PD, a.k.a. Love. They put all his aliases in here, child. Because every time a crime is committed, we change our name. Let's talk about it, okay? The defendant abused, threatened, and coerced women and others around him to fulfill actual desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct. To do so, Combs relied on the employees, resources, and influences of multiple faceted business empires that he and controlled. creating a criminal enterprise whose members and associates engaged in an attempt to engage in, among other crimes like trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and obstruction of justice. Justice, baby. Come on, let's get into it. So, Sean Combs, the defendant, operated his business headquarters at various times in Manhattan, Los Angeles, under a variety of United States-based corporate entities, including Bad Boy Entertainment, Combs Enterprise, and Combs Global, collectively the Combs businesses, corporation entities, and the Combs business include, among other things, record labels and recording studio, an apparel line, an alcoholic spirits business, a marketing agency, and television network and media companies. This is why everyone was trying to disconnect from him when Cassie dropped that lawsuit. Thumbs up this video. At times relevant to the indictment, Sean Combs, aka Puff Daddy, I'm not going to do all of that. The defendant engaged in a persistent and persuasive pattern of abuse towards women and other individuals. This abuse was at times verbal, emotional, physical, and sexual. As part of his pattern of abuse, Combs manipulated women to participate in highly orchestrated performances of sexual activities with male commercial sex workers. At times, Combs and others acting in his direction made arrangements for women and commercial sex workers to fly to Combs' location. Combs ensured participation from the women by, among other things, obtaining and distributing narcotics to them, controlling their careers, leveraging his financial support, and threatening to cut off the same, and using intimidating and violence. Physical abuse by Sean Combs, the defendant, was reoccurring and widely known on a number of occasions from at least in or about 2009, continuing for years. Combs assaulted women, among others, striking, punching, dragging, throwing objects and kicking them. The assault were at times witnesses by others and include one instance at a Los Angeles hotel in or about March of 2016. Honey, they bringing it all in. They bringing it all in. Thumbs up the video. We know all it is. So I'm gonna move forward. All right. They talk about how he used his businesses and certain employees to carry out and facilitate and cover up his abuse of the commercial SCX. Those employees included security staff, household staff, personal assistants, high-ranking supervisor, and also close associates act as Combs intermediaries. And their conduct was facilitated and assisted by Combs' control of the Combs businesses. All right, this is all about his businesses. So they using information from all them lawsuits. So that's what all this was about, Knotty Crew. Hold on. They talk about how he's robbed his artists. When employees witness his abuse and others threaten Combs' authority and reputation, Combs and members of associated of the enterprise engage in acts of violence, threats of financial and reputational harm, and verbal abuse. These acts of violence include kidnapping and arson. In addition, on multiple occasions, Combs threw both objects and people, as well as hit, dragged, choked, and shoved others. The racketeering conspiracy. From at least in or about 2008 through on or about the date of the filing of this indictment in the Southern District of New York, with Sean Combs, aka Puff Daddy, we know being persons employed by and associated with the Combs enterprise, described in paragraph 6 through 12 of this indictment, an enterprise engaged in the activities if which affected interstate and foreign commerce, knowingly combined, conspired, confederated, and agreed together with each other to violate the racketeering laws of United States. To wit, Title 18 United States Code, Section 1962, there is to conduct and participate directly and indirectly in the conduct of affairs of Combs enterprise through a pattern of racketeering activity as the terms is defined in Title 18 United States Code Section 1961. So multiple acts involving kidnapping chargeable under the following provision: state law, California Penal Code 207, California Penal Code 21. All right, this is just the codes. Multiple acts of arson chargeable, child. Right. Abuse accepted with fame and fortune. So that's the racketeering. Let me see. Notice a special sentencing factor from at least 2009 up into and including in or about 2018 in the Southern District of New York and elsewhere as part of his agreement to conduct and participate in the conduct of the affairs of Combs Enterprise through a pattern of racketeer activity. Sean Combs, defendant, agreed to in affecting interstate and foreign commerce, knowing, recruit, entice, harbor, transport, provide, obtain, advertise, maintain, patronize, and solicit by any means of a person knowing and in reckless disregard of the fact that means of force, threats of force, fraud, and coercion as described in Title 18. Woo! And any combination of such means would be used to cause the person to engage in commercial sex acts in violation of Title 18. Count 2, sex trafficking. Okay. Look, please thumbs up the video and donations are definitely appreciated. But YouTube does not like this type of commentary, so support your girl, okay? At least thumbs up the video, share, and if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Those are the free ways of supporting the channel, okay? The grand jury for the charge from at least in or about 2009 up to and including in or about 2018 in the Southern District of New York and elsewhere, Sean Combs, the defendant, in and affecting interstate and foreign commerce, knowingly recruit, entice, harbor, transported, provided, obtained, advertised, maintained, personalized, and solicited by any means a person knowing and in reckless disregard of the fact that means of force, threats of force, fraud, and coercion as described in Title 18 United States Code, Section 159.1, and any combination of such means would be used to cause the person to engage in commercial sex acts and attempt and aid it and abet it and willfully cause the same, to wit, Combs recruited, enticed, harbored, transported, and maintained a person and attempted and aided and abetted and willfully caused victim 1 to engage in commercial sex acts knowing and in reckless disregard of the fact the victim 1 was engaging in commercial sex acts as a result, force, fraud, and coercion. Count 3, transportation to engage in prostitution. Okay, so this kind of repeating the same thing. And that's in regards to the property. So those are all the counts. So you got racketeering. It's a RICO. It's a RICO, basically. Child. Well, we knew it was coming. And I knew they was going to try to get him on the SEX and the DRUG trafficking. And the GUN trafficking. Let's get into social media and what everybody is saying in these streets. See, thumbs up the video, please. Hello, Kevin. Hey, Bianca. Hey, Adita. Yes, thank y'all for joining me. We are getting into Sean hashtag Diddy Combs being arrested and indicted in his different counts. Okay, but before this, Diddy was spotted out strolling in NYC with his son King Combs hours before bombshell arrest stop. King Combs might be next, honey. Okay? He better watch himself. Okay? He was out in Central Park. Here he go. Shout out to Savoy Show. Okay, I guess he's trying to get the last of his fresh year, honey. Okay, because he already know it's going to be quite some time. Okay? That's Diddy. Was caught hitting the New York streets, dapping up fans hours before. So this is hours before. This is hours before his arrest. Okay. This is, I really, my heart goes out to his children, because they don't deserve to be caught up in all of this. But this is only the beginning, Knotty Crew. Because they're saying this is a criminal enterprise. So other people are gonna go down with him. Whoever helped him, Pierre, L.A. Reid, whoever was participants in that, it's a lot of people scared and shaking in their boots, okay? The Breakfast Club was discussing it. Let's hear what they have to say.
It's been reports that Cassie has been cooperating with the federal case. And all of this is over a matter of 7 or 8 months.
Yeah, racketeering and sex trafficking. If he gets racketeering and sex trafficking for freak offs, it will be others involved.
Yes.
Like if you ever ran a train with Diddy, you're probably going to jail.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people were saying, that, that's possibly on those cameras because he had cameras in the crib. So people are thinking that maybe there'll be other people involved.
If you ever been butt naked anywhere with Diddy, or half butt naked with Diddy, and there was some women around or some men around that he told you were part of the party, you're probably going to jail.
Period. All right? This is real serious crimes right here. This is real serious crimes. And so, like, for all those people that been involved all these years and thought they was just going to remain hush mouth, you got some splaining to do if you want them tapes, honey. That's why people been so quiet. Thumbs up the video. It is nuts. It is nuts. Now, his lawyers came out this morning. Let me see. So authorities are claiming they seized freak-off supplies from Diddy's houses during previous raids. More than 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant. Look, delivery of IV fluids in or about March 2024 during searches of Combs, resident in Miami, Florida, Los Angeles, California. Law enforcement seized various freak-off supplies, including narcotics and more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant. Ciao. And that was in the actual indictment. That's where they're drawing that information from. This is all bad. They also seized firearms, including 3 AR-15s with defaced serial numbers and a drum magazine. I'm telling you, Jonathan Odie put out the roadmap a long time ago before Cassie even dropped her lawsuit. All right, let's hear what the Diddler's lawyer got to say, honey. He put out a couple of statements.
as of right now, my name is Mark Ignifilo. I'm Mr. Combs' lawyer. We have not seen the indictment. I expect it'll be unsealed, I think, within the hour. Then everyone will be able to see it. I expect we're going to have an arraignment at some point later today. It's unclear exactly what time, but as these details become known to me, I'll share them with the press, and you guys won't be behind the curve.
Did you speak to Mr. Combs?
I speak to him all the time. Yeah.
What's his reaction to it?
We knew this was coming. I mean, he moved to New York, as I think some of you guys know. We brought him to New York about 2 weeks ago because we knew this day was going to come, and it's here.
Did he expect it to happen last night? Was that planned?
No, it's not planned. Certainly, it's not planned by us. I mean, he came here to surrender at a time agreeable to the U.S. Attorney's Office, and then they arrested him last night. I spent the evening with him. I was with him until about 1 o'clock. His spirits are good. He's confident. He is dealing with this head on, the way he's dealt with every challenge in his life, and he's not guilty. He's innocent of these charges. We know what the charges are going to be without seeing the indictment. It's going to be racketeering. It's going to be sex trafficking. It's going to be things along those lines. This is what we've been expecting since the searches in March. He, to his great credit, he voluntarily came to New York. Not a lot of defendants do that. He came to New York to basically engage the court system and start the case, and it'll start today. And he's going to plead not.
All right, so, now we need to wait to see if they'll let him out on bail. There'll be a bail, he'll have to be arraigned, and there'll be a bail hearing and things like that. Chantel says, I wonder if Biggie was alive, would he have been involved? You know what, Chantel? Biggie was trying to get away from Diddy. Hence the motive for him to be deleted. I'm just saying, he was trying to get away because as Diddy did with all the artists that work with him, he was robbing them. He was going to take Junior Mafia and start his own label. Hey, Grape Tea, boo. Yes, we just read through the indictment. Diddy is officially being charged with racketeering, trafficking, and prostitution. And during the raids, they're revealing in the indictment that narcotics were seized and over 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant. Y'all let me know. That sounds like signs of something going on. Okay, because don't nobody need that much lube. And for those of you that's joining, yes, 1,000 bottles of baby oil, okay? For those of you that's joining, if you don't know, we went live last night. Diddy has been arrested. The grand jury made a decision to indict him. He was arrested last night. And originally last night, the indictment was sealed. They have now unsealed it. We read through the documents. It's all type of prostitution, XEX trafficking, DRUG trafficking, all type of... It's a RICO. It's basically a RICO. And so people are scared in the industry right now. Because right now, they like, was I on one of them tapes? Was I on one of them tapes? So they scared. That's why you see, please thumbs up the video. That's why you see a lot of celebrities quiet, because a lot of them attended them parties. But other people are going to be indicted too, along with Diddy. It ain't just him. Okay? They went through those tapes and all that footage. They are terrified to silence right now. Because, see, this is what Diddy had over people's head. This is how he was able to move around in the industry without really being a rapper. This is how he was able to steal from people, because he would rug and get people on tape in crazy-ass positions, right? You know what I'm saying? Then he'll hold your career over your head and blackball you. Freddie P said that from the band, okay? Because he wasn't willing to bend over for it or suck Diddy off for it. So when he made his decision, when he got kicked out of Bad Boy, Diddy made sure he was blackballed. This is his pattern of behavior, people, okay? I'll take you back to Jonathan Odie, who came out 5 years before Cassie, okay? And said what it was. Jonathan Odie said, Rick Ross, DJ Khaled, they all gay. They all gay and part of the boule. Yes. Yes. And they use the yachts and the private jets to transport the DRUGS. Yes, Jonathan Odie laid in. So this investigation has been going on for a while. So with all these lawsuits, it just kind of corroborated a pattern of behavior. And this is what the feds needed, for people to speak out so that they could get witnesses. It's about to go down. Hashtag no Diddy, okay? This is only the beginning. We ain't even get into the red rums of it all, okay? Which was mentioned throughout these lawsuits, because the diddler got so egotistical and his head got so big, he started being braggadocious about his crimes. Hey, Dino, I love you too. He started being braggadocious, okay? See, a lot of people think it's the drugs and the women Diddy addicted to. No. The diddler likes power and control. And you can't tell him no, because he will get what he wants. He will get what he wants at all costs, even if he got to rug you for it. You see what's going on here? You see? So, quite frankly, let's give him a little credit. He is cooperating, okay? He ain't trying to run from this, because I thought he would try to run or office or something like that. I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see what... Let's see if he gonna really look. His G card really be in check right now. So let's see what he gonna do. If he gonna run his mouth and give other people names, or will his tapes do the talking for him? Where he don't have to say nothing. Cause it's on tape. So who do y'all think is going down next? Cause something. We been knew something wasn't clean in the water, and we should expect it's going to get bigger than this. It's bigger than Diddy. You talking about an industry that's $1 billion industry, okay? So when Marsha Blackburn was putting pressure for that Epstein list, here we are chipping away at the list. The main component, the music industry. First, we started with the Hollywood industry, okay, with Weinstein. And then they started with the music industry with Sylvester, Kelly. Bianca said the Carter is up next. I'm going to put it like that, child. Not yet, AT2. Hey, AT2. They have not been charged yet, but I suspect within the next week or so, we'll see other charges. Because the tapes don't lie. Yeah, it says associates. Yes, it does. I did read the indictment earlier. And it does says associates. It lists all his businesses and entities. Yeah. Don't be surprised that the mama, because, the mama, she was a madam. Where you think he learned it from? Don't be surprised if his mama, she might get charged. Because a lot of the businesses are in her name. Why do you think when he gave back the when he was trying to be so generous and all brother love, and he was trying to give back publishing that was not worth a damn, okay, and wasn't worth nothing, he wanted them to sign NDAs saying that they will not speak against his mother or his son. Why would that be? Because the businesses are all in their names. Naughty crew. That's why. He was trying to use it as a way to silence people. After you done drained the swamp. Okay? You already done made all the money. And now you want to give it back when it's not worth nothing. Woo. But I suspect that it's going to be a lot more charges. It's not just Diddy. It's bigger than Diddy. He's probably like the main hub. But it's people around him that help him operate it. They did the same thing with R. Kelly. A lot of his associates were charged. I mean, I think they had drew it out like an octopus, how his whole enterprise was set up. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. But did he know what it is? He know what it's hitting for at this point. Like his lawyer said, they were prepared for it. He knew it was coming. And so far, it looks like he is cooperating with the authorities. Now, what's the come of that? We have to wait and see. We have to wait and see. Like I said, the people I feel bad for are his children, especially his twin girls. Please thumbs up the video. You know, they're the youngest, and their mom sadly passed away a few years back, you know, and now your dad is all hemmed up in the law. Like, I can only imagine what's going through their heads. But with Diddy behind bars, I think more people will be enticed to come forward and give their testimony as to their situations with him. Hey Bree, yes, share the live. For those of you just joining, Sean Diddy Combs, he has been charged and indicted and also arrested. The indictment was opened up and they are charging him with racketeering, SCX trafficking, and prostitution. All right, which I kind of figured those were the most obvious. Yeah, I feel like they need to charge the associates too. And I think that will come. I think that will come. I mean, it's early in the day, y'all. I think that will come. It's a given, especially if they have video footage and then all these civil lawsuits are laying out the basic bones of his business. Like how law enforcement was security and things like that. I want to see law enforcement held accountable for participating in such a heinous crime like this. Like, your job is to protect and serve, not guard the elite. You still gotta protect and serve even if you guarding the elite. They not exempt from the law because they have money. Ooh, Brie, good point. She said we need to see the arrest publicly. Stop protecting him. Exactly. It still seems like they are protecting him. Like, why didn't we get the walk of shame? Like everybody else. Why didn't we have the pleasure? I think his victims deserve to see that walk of shame. I really do.
Justin?
Oh, the kids showed up to court, y'all. Okay, shout out to Morning Juice Box. Let's listen. Here we go. It's sad. Let me start it.
Spirits? Justin? King Combs? King, how you doing this morning? How's it going, Justin? Quincy, how you feeling this morning?
Quincy's there?
How are the twins? Spirits? Justin? Spirits?
Okay, I found that and Quincy's there? Wow. Of course they're gonna look devastated. That's obvious, but what do they know? The grown ones. What do they know? They was there. They was there. They're named in lawsuits. Thumbs up this video, please. Please thumbs up the video. Please support the channel. That's the free way of supporting the channel. All right? This is just sad. This is just sad. Please thumbs up the video. Diddy has been indicted. But it's been all over circulating on social media more so than ever the past like 8 months about how he has done people wrong through the years. You got Day 26. They talking about their experience. Here, y'all remember this clip?
You know, certain people sign up to get fucked. Certain people, if you gotta keep it real, certain people sign up to do the job of paying your rent that way. You know, I didn't sign up for that. I felt like my talent was enough. So now that 4 years later that I have experience in seeing, not putting anyone's business out, because you know what you do in your personal bed is whatever you do. But as far as me, when I go to an appearance, I want to get paid for that appearance. So we never.
Okay, that's Quincy talking from the group Day 26, which evolved out of his show Making the Band. Now, Q and Dawn used to date. Okay? He robbed them of money, too. It's crazy. Donald Trump accused of staging latest attempt. Okay? Like... It's a lot going on, Knotty Crew.
At a time agreeable to New York, he to his great credit, he voluntarily came to New York. Not a lot of defendants do that. He came to New York to basically engage the court system and start the case, and it'll start today. And he's going to plead not guilty, obviously. He's going to fight this with all of his energy and all of his might and the full confidence of his lawyers. And I expect a long battle with a good result for Mr. Combs.
Do you think he'll be released?
I'm going to fight like hell to get him released, and he should be released with all that he's done and coming here voluntarily. And guys, I'm going to cut it short because I have to go in. All right. So he to his great credit.
So, to his credit, like, it's kind of good he didn't run, because if he would have ran or tried to elude, then he would have ruined his chances to get out on bail. I don't know. Up until this point, do you think he will be released on bail, Knotty Crew? Do you think they'll let him out on bail? I don't know. These some serious charges. These are some serious charges.
Racketeering and sex trafficking.
It's a lie. It's a lie. And like I said, I feel bad for his kids. I feel bad for his twin girls. Mm-hmm. For those of you who are just joining, the indictment has just been unsealed. So Diddy has been charged with 3 counts of racketeering, conspiracy, trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, and transporting to engage in prostitution. The indictment mentions the now famous freak-off parties, calling them elaborate and produced sex performance that Combs arranged, directed, masturbated during, and often electronically recorded, which was mentioned in Cassie's lawsuit. The indictment references what was seized during the raids at Diddy's home in Beverly Hills in Miami. Various freak-off supplies, including narcotics and more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant. They also see firearms, including 3 AR-15s with defaced serial numbers and a drum magazine. So, that's a lot. They're making all type of move. They saying Diddy's arrest played out in a movie scene. Yeah, because we didn't... Please thumbs up the video. Thank you, Bree. Please thumbs up the video. I feel like the public should have the pleasure of seeing that walk of shame of him in handcuffs. Why is he still getting special treatment? Hey, Derek. Granted, he is innocent until proven guilty. Wait, a press conference will be held at 11:30. How come I didn't see that? Let's see if we can find a press. Hey, be more shorty. Freak Diddy been yoked up, y'all. Okay. Let me see if I can find a press conference. Thumbs up the video.
ICON is seeking healthy men and women ages 18 to 55
Right,
to participate
Shifto.
in a clinical research study at our facility in Lenexa, Kansas. Non-smokers are...
Right, good point. They showed his kids in handcuffs. Yes, please like the video. I've been on this from the beginning. Please thumbs up the video. I'm trying to find the video of the U.S. attorney. At a press conference. Thumbs up the video. Hey, James. Yes, send a donation. Please thumbs up the video if you don't do anything else. Share. Yes, freak Diddy. Share.
Breaking news update. Sean Diddy Combs arrested tonight at a hotel.
On video, you can see the hammers. Lanier by Neuromod Devices uses dual mode stimulation to soothe tinnitus.
Yes.
Breaking news update. Sean
Told
Diddy
y'all he was
Combs
coming.
arrested tonight
Thumbs up
at a
this
hotel
video.
in Manhattan. According to sources, this comes after a grand jury indictment. A source told CNN that Combs was arrested again tonight in a Manhattan hotel and is now being processed by police. Of course, this all comes after Combs became the target of a months-long sex trafficking probe by the Homeland Security Investigations Agency after his homes were raided, you'll recall, in Miami and Los Angeles. We don't know the specific charges that are tied to this arrest tonight in New York. We did get a statement from an attorney for Diddy Combs, who said that they are disappointed with the decision to pursue what we believe is an unjust prosecution of Mr. Combs by the U.S. Attorney's Office.
They want to say that.
Sean Diddy Combs is cooperating with the investigation. His lawyer points out that Diddy actually went to New York last week in anticipation of these charges. So again, the breaking news tonight, Diddy reportedly arrested in a hotel in Manhattan. The specific charges not clear, but it appears to be part of...
Okay, so that was last night.
Harris is calling with French B.
You see, I'm trying to get the district attorney, that video. The New York Southern District Attorney press conference. Let me see if this one I got it. Thumbs up the video.
Turn up your morning.
Get up, get going, and turn on KCTV 5.
We'll bring you local stories that matter and get you ready for your day.
Get a personalized weather forecast for your neighborhood and across the heartland.
Join us for KCTV 5 News this morning, weekdays starting at 4:30.
Couture Bay, I just think he kind of knew the writing was on the wall, just like we all knew, you know, the feds raiding and things like that. He knew something was coming. He knew something was coming. I don't know why this one won't play. Here we go.
How are the numbers looking? We're landing at a
Sorry
strong...
guys about all the commercials. I'm trying to get it for you guys. Who was in the hotel with him? It wasn't a golden shower Miami. Child. Here's the press conference. Shout out to Young Jerk. Yeah, Young Jerks. They on mute right now. They about to make the announcement. I still want the walk of shame. No, I don't. Like, it's for all the people that he robbed through the years, for all the victims, I feel like they deserve the walk of shame. How come he got so much heads up? Because is he an informant like Kanye said?
Mike Test Combs press conference, September 17, 2024. Does anybody need me to keep going? Is everybody set in the back? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. You just came in from the left. Are you okay? Okay. Thank you.
They setting up. I think he telling too, James. He's that type of asshole. Oh, Angel, thank you so much. Thank you for joining. Everybody want to call at the same time. I'm going to call everybody back. Thank you. Melanin Maid. Yes. Please thumbs up the video, share, and if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Those are the free ways of supporting the channel. And of course, donations are appreciated. We're about to get into the Southern District of New York announcing Sean Diddy Combs' indictment and charges. We went through this, but I want to hear it from their mouth because y'all been covering up for years for him. But he's not going down by himself. He's not going down by himself.
Here we go. We're going to start pretty soon.
Oh, we can't stand them. We've been waiting for this day, Angel.
There's a picture on
Let me try to fast forward this. Here we go.
Minutes. If you have any questions about presentment, I'll come back out and we'll go over timing and give you a few updates. Thanks.
Yeah, it's James. Like Tupac said, promise a payback in due time. Let me try to. Here we go.
Morning, everyone. My name is Damian Williams, and I'm the U.S. Attorney here in the Southern District of New York. Today, I'm announcing the unsealing of a 3-count indictment, charging Sean Combs with racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking, interstate transportation for prostitution. The indictment alleges that between at least 2008 and the present, Combs abused, threatened, and coerced victims to fulfill his sexual desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct. As alleged in the indictment, to carry out this conduct, Sean Combs led and participated in a racketeering conspiracy that used the business empire he controlled to carry out criminal activity, including sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and the obstruction of justice. Let me say a little bit more about the charges. The indictment alleges that Combs abused and exploited women and other people for years, and in a variety of ways. As alleged, Combs used force, threats of force, and coercion to cause victims to engage in extended sexual performances with male commercial sex workers, some of whom he transported or caused to be transported over state lines. Combs allegedly planned and
They got him. Do you hear me? Please thumbs up the video. This is the breakdown from the Southern District of New York of Diddy's charges. Okay, I think they got him now. It's going to be hard for him to get out. He's done. Thumbs up this video. That's the free way of supporting the channel. Please thumbs up the video. Donations are definitely appreciated. I know I've lived through all of this, and I've been waiting for this for a long time because I watched this man do a lot of people dirty through the years when it comes to their careers and things like that. We've always heard rumors of him knocking women between the washer and the dryer, you know what I mean? But he always had enough money to cover it up. The day of reckoning is here, and now he's going to have to really answer for his sins. And you know the feds don't come knocking unless they guarantee to win. Let's get into it. Thumbs up this video.
Sex performances, which he called freak-offs. And he often electronically recorded them. The freak-offs sometimes lasted days at a time, involved multiple...
And I wouldn't be surprised because Cassie in her first lawsuit said that he would record off his laptop. He probably was streaming to the black web to a bunch of members. He probably created like a membership thing. All right. I take you back to that movie Taken with Liam, I forget his last name, but when his daughter was kidnapped into a trafficking ring, okay, how they did. That was a huge network, and they used the black web to operate. That's why when the feds went in, they took all his computers and things like that. They wanted to see where he is connecting to. So all these lawsuits basically spelled out the roadmap so the feds could go in and do what they have to do.
Sex workers, and often involved a variety of narcotics, such as ketamine, ecstasy, and GHB, which Combs distributed to the victims to keep them obedient and compliant. As alleged, when Combs didn't get his way, he was violent, and he subjected victims to physical, emotional, and verbal abuse so that they would participate in the freak-offs, and that Combs hit, kicked, threw objects at, and dragged victims, at times by their hair. On one occasion in March of 2016, that conduct was captured on video and later reported in the media. Specifically, Combs kicked, dragged, and threw a vase at a victim in a Los Angeles hotel when the victim was attempting to flee. As alleged, these assaults often resulted in injuries to the victims, which took days or weeks to heal. In addition to the violence, the indictment alleges that Combs threatened and coerced victims to get them to participate in the freak-offs. He used the embarrassing and sensitive recordings he made of the freak-offs as collateral against the victims. And the indictment alleges that he maintained control over the victims in several ways, including by giving them drugs, by giving and threatening to take away financial support or housing, by promising them career opportunities, by monitoring their whereabouts, and even by dictating their physical appearance.
Okay? And you wonder, people are wondering why Dawn stayed there up until the last Love album. These are the things he would do to blackmail her, basically, to keep her to stay. He did this formula on everybody. His artists, the people he was in relationship to, anybody that witnessed his ill behavior. This is what he would do. Dawn stated that in one occasion, she basically was kidnapped, locked up in a car for hours in the middle of the winter. He used a lot of retaliation tactics to keep people in line. This is against the law. This is holding people against their will. Thumbs up this video.
Because of all of this, the indictment alleges that the victims did not believe they could refuse Combs without risking their security or facing more abuse. The indictment also alleges other acts of violence undertaken by Combs and others, including violence against witnesses to his abuse, kidnapping, and arson. The indictment alleges that on more than one occasion, Combs carried or brandished firearms to intimidate and threaten victims and witnesses. Now, Combs did not do this all on his own. As I mentioned, Combs has been charged with RICO conspiracy. He used his business and employees of that business and other close associates to get his way. Those individuals allegedly included high-ranking supervisors in the business, personal assistants, security staff, and household staff. The indictment alleges that those individuals facilitated the freak-offs. They booked the hotel rooms and stocked them with the supplies, including drugs, baby oil, personal lubricant, extra linens, and lighting. When the hotel rooms got damaged, they helped clean it up. They arranged for victims and commercial sex workers to travel for the freak-offs, and they delivered large quantities of cash to Combs to pay for the commercial sex workers. The indictment also alleges that they helped Combs cover up his crimes. During the March 2016 incident at the LA hotel that I mentioned earlier, a member of the hotel security staff intervened, and Combs attempted to bribe the staff member with a stack of cash to make sure that what happened was kept quiet. And as the indictment alleges, in late 2023, after public allegations were made about Combs' crimes, he and others pressured witnesses and victims to stay silent, including by making phone calls to witnesses and victims.
You heard that? So even after the investigation and everything was made, he continued to try to intimidate, bribe, and pay off witnesses. This man is diabolical. Thumbs up this video. He deserves to be in jail.
A false narrative of what they had experienced. And as alleged, Combs used others to help conceal his abuse by monitoring and preventing victims from leaving a location in order to hide their injuries, or by locating and contacting a victim who had attempted to flee. As part of this investigation, in March of this year, special agents from HSI executed search warrants at Combs' residences in Miami and Los Angeles. They also executed a warrant for Combs' electronic devices. During those searches, agents seized evidence of the crimes charged in this indictment. They seized firearms and ammunition, including 3 defaced AR-15s and a large capacity drum magazine. They also seized evidence of the freak-offs, electronic devices that contain images and videos of the freak-offs with multiple victims. And they seized cases of the kinds of personal lubricant and baby oil that Combs' staff allegedly used to stock hotel rooms for the freak-offs, more than 1,000 bottles altogether. Here are some of the items that we recovered during the searches. As you can see here, this is a drum magazine, large capacity, and it contains, I believe, 59 rounds. I mentioned as well, we recovered 3 AR-15s. This is a close-up shot of one of the AR-15s, and you can see right here, the serial number has been thoroughly defaced. Another picture of more ammunition and parts of 2 AR-15s right there. Now, I want to be clear about 2 things.
Thumbs up this video,
First,
please.
This office is determined to investigate and prosecute anyone who engages in sex trafficking, no matter how powerful or wealthy or famous you may be. No one should doubt our commitment on that. A year ago, Sean Combs stood in Times Square and was handed a key to New York City.
Talk about it.
Today, he's been indicted and will face justice in the Southern District of New York.
And the mayor knew.
Second, we are not done. This investigation is ongoing, and I encourage anyone with information about this case to come forward and to do it quickly. Anyone with information can call 1-877-4HSI-TIP. I want to express my deep appreciation for the victims and witnesses who have used their voices and helped bring this criminal conduct to light. We would not be here without them. I also want to thank the dedicated case agents on the HSI Trafficking in Person Squad in New York. They have been with us since day one and have worked tirelessly on this investigation. they will continue to be invaluable partners to us. I also want to thank the incredible agents and analysts from SDNY who have also provided tremendous assistance on this case. I'm deeply grateful for their continued work. And finally, I want to thank the outstanding career prosecutors from SDNY who are handling this case. Meredith Foster, Emily Johnson, Chrissy Slavic, Madison Smizer, and Mitzi Stein.
All right, I'm gonna stop it. Who are the associates? Bree. He broke it down. All the people that helped, that orchestrated and set up hotel rooms, arranged for the ex-workers to get to the hotels, all the people that arranged the flights, those are the associates they're talking about. That's the enterprise. So anybody who helped or assisted with calling and setting up hotel rooms and arranging commercial SCX workers and transporting money and DRUGS, those are the associates. Thank you so much, Angel. You have a blessed day as well. Nice to meet you too. So those are the associates. Would y'all like me to back it up? Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. We've been on this from the very beginning, from when, well, I knew about the diddler way before this. So that's why when Cassie dropped her lawsuit, I kind of went back to give y'all a little history from the Locks begging for their royalties and things like that, from Diddy stealing from them and all the artists, 50 Cent snitching on him for years. I'm surprised 50 has not been trolling, but at the end of the day, he has kids, right? Are they absolved from these crimes? Not to my knowledge. They're saying that there will be more charges. This is a RICO, so there's going to be other people charged. Thank you, Bree. I appreciate you for the super sticker. Ooh, James made a good point. Yes, James. He said, I have a gut feeling that there's going to be NBA and NFL stars involved in these freak offs. I think it's going to be a lot of people involved. Hey, Shirley. I think it's going to be a lot of people. It's going to be a lot of people revealed as a result of this case. Because remember, everybody wanted to attend those parties. Those white parties. Let me see.
And their supervisors,
Let's see
Jamie Backleiter and Jacqueline
Let's see if he
Kelly.
takes questions.
They are members of the Civil Rights Unit in our criminal division.
He's sorry, guys. People just keep calling me. Okay.
How many women were victimized? Why did it take law enforcement so long to intervene? How many women were victimized by Sean Combs, and how many others were involved?
Well, our investigation is ongoing. We are committed to bringing justice to everyone who's been victimized by the defendant. I can't tell you why it took so long. I think the better focus is on the fact that we are here today.
Names will drop. Hey, Jean-Pierre.
And we are committed to making sure that justice is done. Next question.
Thank you.
Julia Ainsley, NBC.
Thank you for doing this. You said we are not done and that Combs did not do this alone. Do you foresee that there could be other charges related to this case?
I'm not taking anything off the table.
Chad Fisher, Newsday.
What's the difference between the sex trafficking and promoting travel for the purpose of prostitution?
Well, there are different crimes with different elements. I don't think we should get into the nitty gritty of the legal discussion right now, but the the sex trafficking, we believe, they're all serious offenses, but the sex trafficking conduct carries some significant penalties, and we are gratified that we were able to bring that charge.
One more coercive than the other?
I'm not going to be able to get into that, but you can look it up, and yes, sex trafficking, especially when it involves coercion or force, is a very serious crime, and it carries significant penalties.
Good afternoon, Darla Miles, ABC 7 New York. Thank you for this press conference and for the details. 2 questions. In context of this indictment and the information that was presented to the grand jury, are you able to clarify the number of victims? It's mentioned plural in the indictment, but can you specify the number of victims just for this particular indictment? And secondly, can you provide details about the alleged arson?
Unfortunately, I'm not able to provide either. The number of victims, you are correct. We are intentional in saying multiple. The details of the arson incident are limited to what we have in the indictment and also the detention letter that we filed, which contains more details than the indictment does at various points. But we don't have anything more beyond that. Next question.
Lynn Tran, CNN.
Are any of his accomplices or associates under investigation? And additionally, could he face any more charges?
So the investigation is ongoing. That means both as to him and to anyone else who we believe committed the crime with him. Next question.
Juliet Papa.
Hi, good morning from 1010 Wins. Any indication that some of the women or victims here were imprisoned in his residences, and did he have locations where he kept them, and were not allowed to leave? And also, he's indicted here, although there were searches and raids in LA, Miami. Why in New York?
Well, I'm biased. I'm the U.S. Attorney in the Southern District of New York. I think that we have an outstanding track record of bringing some of the most impactful, sprawling, complex, difficult sex trafficking, human trafficking, labor trafficking, you name it. The Southern District of New York can do it, and so we're very proud of that.
Where is Harvey Pierre?
And so the scope and complexity of this investigation isn't something that we ran from. It's something that we embrace, and we will continue to do that. As to your question about whether he imprisoned anyone, all I can say is that, I mentioned this March 2016 incident where something was caught on video where a victim was attempting to flee, and there was violence that was associated with it. That was at a hotel.
Matthew Lee, Inner City Press.
Thanks a lot. Does your office intend to seek remand, or are you reaching a bail package? And if you're willing, how would you contrast this with the R. Kelly case in EDNY? In terms of the elements. Thanks.
Yes, girl.
So,
hey, big mommy.
We will be seeking detention. We have filed a letter laying out our reasoning for seeking pretrial detention. I'm not going to be able to expand beyond what's in the letter, but it contains all of the reasoning, and it contains the law as well. There is a presumption of detention in a case like this, and we think that's warranted.
John Anise, New York Daily News.
Thank you. I was hoping to get some more detail about the searches of his residence, the guns, the cases of lubricant, and the videos. Where were they found amongst his residents? Were they all scattered around the houses in one place? I kind of wanted to just get a better picture of how that stuff was found.
Well, look, I think that some of the details that you're seeking are in the detention letter. So, for instance, some of the AR-15s, 2 of the 3 defaced AR-15s were found in his bedroom closet in Miami, broken down into parts along with magazines with ammunition loaded in them. So some of that detail is in the detention letter. Beyond that, I'm not going to be able to get into where other items were stored.
Ben Kochman, Post.
Hey, thanks for doing this. Your office was the office that had been prosecuting Jeffrey Epstein before he died in custody. I have not read your detention memo yet. It's the first thing I'm going to do after this ends. But does the memo address, or is your office concerned with Combs's safety in custody? Given what happened with
Good question. Good question.
We are concerned with anyone's safety whenever they are detained prior to trial. It's part of our obligations to keep people safe as well. It's part of the criminal justice system. So, but I do not draw any sort of connection between Jeffrey Epstein's suicide and what may or may not happen to any other defendant while they are detained pre-trial. And of course, the decision whether to detain the defendant will be up to a judge. Our position is that pretrial detention is warranted under the law and based on the facts of this case. And I'll leave it at that.
Are some of the prosecutors on this case some of the same prosecutors that had been handling that or that worked on the Maxwell case?
So I'm not going to get into the staffing. I will say that this team, this group of AUSAs, this incredible group has been working on this case around the clock, and they've had their hands full. Next question.
Gus Rosendale, NBC News.
Good morning, sir. Combs' attorney said that his client has been cooperative with investigators. He said that this morning. I was wondering if you would have a reaction to that.
Let me just say this. I think that generally and with increasing frequency, the word cooperative or cooperating has taken on tremendous elasticity and it no longer really bears any relation to what
it really doesn't.
The word means when we use it in a very specific context. So responding to lawful process and the like does not qualify as cooperation when we use that term here.
Mike Sisak, AP.
Thanks. To that end, was there any discussion of Mr. Combs surrendering? I understand he was taken into custody at a hotel in Manhattan last night, and maybe that wasn't the plan. Can you elaborate on how that came about and why that was?
I'm not going to be able to get into any sort of operational details as to how he was taken into custody and when. He is in custody right now. He will be appearing in court later today.
Was there any discussion?
Okay, later today, I'll be looking.
Given, they claim he's cooperating.
I'm not going to be able to get into law enforcement tactics or operations. Well, I can't get into the charging decision. It is very meaningful to us that weapons were possessed, as we allege in the indictment. Part of the reason why this conduct was so pervasive and harmful was because victims and others didn't necessarily feel comfortable denying him his wishes, as we allege, because of the presence of firearms. I should leave it there.
Thanks. Last question.
Okay,
Jacob Shamison.
It's the last
Jacob
question.
Shamsian, Business Insider. Thank you. Given that he's the sole defendant in this case and that you allege he's part of a conspiracy that involves members of his companies, do you anticipate a superseding indictment that bring allegations against other members of his companies or other co-conspirators as well?
I can't take anything off the table. Anything is possible. Our investigation is very active and ongoing. And I think a lot of you who cover this office know that when we say such things, that developments are certainly foreseeable, but I cannot predict them sitting here today. All right, thank you, everyone. Thank you.
All right, there it is. There it is. That's from the Southern District of New York, the U.S. Attorney's Press Conference. All right. Like Stevie J. Yeah, James said, he telling Naomi Campbell been quiet about her brother love. Yes, she has. Last train to Paris, more like last train to jail. Yes. Be more sure you said the prison gonna have a great talent show with Diddy and R. Kelly. Ooh, child. Harlem wanna rise. Kelly gonna be singing and Diddy gonna be dancing. Child. So they said he's going to appear in court. They have to arraign him, and we have to see if bail is going to be set. And for them to say that the investigation is still ongoing, I think they're seeking to charge other people in connection with this RICO conspiracy. Like I said, they looking at the people that help arrange the hotel rooms, that helped arrange for the XCX workers to arrive at the hotel rooms, the people that book flights. They are all a part of this criminal enterprise. All right? And on the indictment, they list all of his aliases. I think that's on purpose. They said Sean Combs, aka Puff Daddy, aka P. Diddy, aka Diddy, aka PD, aka Love. Okay? They listed all his aliases. Like, oh no, brother Love, you can run, but you can't hide. Thumbs up this video. Thumbs up the video. Diddy has been arrested and indicted, okay, and charged. Yeah, J-Lo been quiet. That's why I've been wanting to get out of there, okay? Naomi Campbell has been quiet about her brother Love. She was his Ghislaine. It doesn't matter at this point. Yeah, he's telling. Yeah, like Stevie J. J-Lo been quiet. Booty Bandit, don't drop the soap, Angel. Don't drop the soap, Diddler. Yeah, Daphne Joy is definitely caught up in all of this. Tooting that booty up, LOL. He won't need no butt plugs no more, child. Some of these folks that know P. Diddy and that they were involved in some of these parties better start lawyering up. Exactly, Jean-Pierre. Because he got them on tape. That's why he been able to operate for so long. Not only do he have a lot of people on tape and video and things like that and pictures, because he used that as blackmail. He got law enforcement in his pockets. He was using them as security. Yeah, 1,000 bottles of baby oil. David Lee thinks he doesn't get a bail. Depends on what charges he get. And will they charge him with his baby mama help? Like I said, and like the U.S. attorney said, the investigation is ongoing. They just need to find the evidence. Kim Kardashian. It's a lot of people nervous right now. Hashtag justice for Kim Porter. Okay, I always found it suspicious, and he was the last one there. In the first coroner to the stars, he ended up deleted. It's weird. That's suspicious. His twin daughters, child. I feel bad for them because they innocent. Let's see. This is baller alert. So, as shocking racketeering case against Sean Combs continues to unfold, disturbing new details have emerged about the involvement of his close associates. So, according to the indictment, members of Combs' team, including high-ranking supervisors, security staff, personal assistants, and even household employees, were deeply involved in facilitating the alleged criminal activities at the center of this legal storm. So, that's the indictment could be expanded. So the indictment reveals that Combs, along with other members and associates of his business empire, leveraged his influence to intimidate, manipulate women into participating in elaborate SCX performances known as freak-offs. These events were reportedly organized under the guise of a romantic relationship, but once women were brought into Combs' inner circle, the reality was far darker. The freak-off, and see, look, the freak-offs occurred both domestically and internationally, involved commercial SEX workers engaging in extensive sexual acts, allegedly at Combs' direction. The indictment outlines how these events were meticulously arranged with Combs and his team, flying in workers, booking hotels, and setting up the environments for these performances. Members of Combs' enterprise even went so far as to stock hotel rooms with essential freak-off supplies, including controlled substances and other materials, ensuring everything was prepared for these multi-day events. What makes these allegations particularly troubling is the level of involvement from Combs' inner circle. The indictment claims that Combs' closest associates were instrumental in ensuring that the freak-offs went off without a hitch. These team members allegedly facilitated the transportation of commercial SEX. Okay? So for those of you who want to know what the associates are, it's the people that work from him. Diddy is going down. Hey, David. Hey, Marva. Kim would be the end of him, going all the way down. State property. Don't be surprised if Ray J get mentioned. Don't be surprised if Jay-Z is mentioned. I mean, just think about all the people that attended these parties, okay? Ooh, okay. That's another something that I never heard of. Shout out to Big Mommy Shark. I still think he has something to do with James Brown's son-in-law unaliving. He was working with Kim Porter on projects and was ambushed in his garage, and his murder is still unsolved. Child, that's the first I heard of that. Hey, Mickey made it. Please like the video and share my content. All right, Diddy has been arrested and indicted. Okay, we went through the charges, and it looks like they're getting him on a RICO. But the investigation is ongoing, Knotty Crew. We may see, and I'm pretty sure we'll see, other charges for all his other business associates that helped him orchestrate all of this, which I think is done by design, because Diddy the type of person, if I'm going down, everybody going down. Yeah, I do. I've been believed it for years ago. I knew he was a creep. All right. They did reveal in the indictment that it was 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant found in his home. Also GUNS. Okay, and shall we get into Jonathan Odie, who laid this out years ago? Okay, we're going to listen to a little bit of that interview. This is way before Cassie came out. Hey, cousin. This was way before Cassie's lawsuit. Okay, he admittedly said he was Diddy and Cassie's ex-worker. Hey, Mickey made it. How are you, Mickey made it? Thank you so much for always supporting. Please thumbs up the video, you guys. Share if you care. We're going over the details of Diddy's indictment. I went live last night when he was arrested. We knew this day was coming. The investigation kept getting expanded because I believe there was more and more witnesses coming forward. They even mentioned that during this time while they were investigating, the witnesses were still being intimidated. I reported on the lawsuit from Derek, who was an inmate in Michigan, charged with all types of SAs and things like that. He was able to get a restraining order granted to stop the sale of Diddy's house. And Diddy had came to the jail, offering him $2.5 million or something to the tune of that to keep him quiet. And he said, sir. And he brought forth $100 million lawsuit and won by default. Okay, something crazy. So all during this time, the diddler still was intimidating witnesses. This is what he does. This is why people were so afraid of him through the years, because he was this. Odie said, because Odie sued him for transmitting the herp allegedly to him, and he received a multi-million-dollar settlement. After he settled, Diddy proceeded to harass and drive him crazy. And I believe he felt so unsafe that he went and blinkied up the Trump Hotel so that he could get arrested, and he laid it all out. And I'm pulling up that interview now. All right. Even Natanya Rubin from the 1990 shooting victim. When Shine and J-Lo was there, yeah, she's trying to get charges brought towards Diddy now. He was never charged in her case, but she maintains that she's always said that Diddy did it. But he intimidated witnesses and things like that. But she was successfully able to sue him civilly and won. And he harassed her after he settled to the point she had to move out of New York City. So, I mean, we're looking at a pattern of behavior. This is why people were so scared to come forward. All right, so this is the interrogation of Jonathan Odie, okay? Here we go. We went over this before. Right, for Kim. Will he? The investigation is still ongoing. Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, he's part of what's called the Boule. The Boule is a branch of the Illuminati. Okay. It's the black people. Okay. I'm from Africa, so I'm not a racist. Okay, you my
That's
brother,
Jonathan
so
Odie.
Okay. My mom, I was raised by an African woman in my house. Okay. She was just a servant, but she was she took care of me. Right. So I love black people. Okay. I had settlement with Sean, okay, against Donald Trump, okay, because he used to belong to their side. You understand? He used to belong to that Illuminated group that I told you about, which is an elite group, okay, of individuals which run the whole country. Alright? Basically, what I did you explain him about the message? Or please, elaborate. Thursday, turning to Friday, basically, I went to Donald Trump. I went through the gates.
Hold on, let me find a better one.
So I jumped the fence, and I took the American flag, I put it in the front desk, and I blew the chandelier. Basically, what I did that for is...
Let me try another one.
Do you know Sean Combs?
Puff Daddy?
Yeah.
P. Diddy, whatever you call himself these days. Yeah, go ahead.
The man who allegedly opened fire inside of one of former President Donald Trump's Florida hotels several years ago made some wild statements to law enforcement in his interviews, saying he was a sex slave for Sean Diddy Combs.
Let me fast forward this. I want the whole interview. But he started off like, I'm sex slave to Sean Diddy Combs. He came forward like 5 years before Cassie.
Please, elaborate. Thursday, turning to Friday, basically, I went to Donald Trump. I went through the gates. I took I jumped the fence, and I took the American flag, I put it in the front desk, and I blew the chandelier. Basically, what I did that for is to transmit a statement to the American people and to Donald Trump that we're not accepting any more corruption and abuse from their system of France. Okay? Donald is still blind because he thinks that he let Hillary off the hook and she's okay. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm trying, okay. Keep going.
It ain't like that. The CIA, and then they want to do the same thing that he did to JFK. Okay?
All right.
Why? Because they want the United States to fall. They've already been creating a state of chaos and confusion in the United States. They want the United States to fall. Donald was against their agenda and won the presidency. Okay? He did get help from Russia. He did get help from the Saudis. He also got help from a lot of Republicans in here, which is the electoral college vote. And he got a lot of support from Republican people. Okay? The elections, yeah, they weren't fair, but he wanted the electoral college vote.
Right.
Which is the Republican vote, basically, cutting through, okay? He didn't get the popular vote, okay?
I hear you.
So basically, the interior, he made it. He's president-elect by the Electoral College. So he made it. The situation is that he still hasn't kicked out the corruption from the system. He's letting them stay due to money, basically, because they don't like making money. That's why they're all billionaires, etc. So there's only there's select few that run the country. Okay. So I know you may or may not. I know you're gonna believe me. You have what's called the Illuminati.
Illuminati.
Okay. Yeah, Illuminati. Okay. They've made it in dance. Basically, what it means, illuminated. Okay. They do satanic ritual abuse, which is basically CIA mind programming techniques to their own family, kids, etc. on the group, and they bond that way. Okay, so they do sexual pedophilia, they do animal abuse, killing of animals, blood sacrifices, and everything in the Bohemian Grove. Okay, the Bohemian Grove, the bushes go there. George Senior and George, both of them are in the same agenda. They cousins with the Clintons. Okay, so is Donald Trump. He's also a distant cousin. So if you see, there's a direct correlation of the presence of the United States being bonded between family ties, okay? Gotcha. All these family ties wound up, go back to the same place, the royal family in England, okay? The family here of the Illuminati are descendants of the royal British family, okay? They have children between themselves. Why? Because they have that issue, you understand? They want like superiority of the race. They see it that way. But it really it backfires them because it makes them simple-minded. You understand? When you have sex with someone in your family, your kids are not gonna come out small. You understand? They're gonna come out dumb. Alright? So
He's talking about the inbreeding.
turned his back, but he's still trying to negotiate a peaceful way out, and they have an agenda to kill him. Okay? Example, if you look at the
he's saying on Trump, they have an agenda to delete him, and he's had 2 attempts on his life this year in this political year. This is about 3 to 5 years ago. Jonathan Odie did this interrogation. It's all suspicious. It's all weird. Hold on. Let me see.
Business, because what they would do is Sean talks a lot on the phone and
talk
on
about
TV
Diddy.
with people and stuff. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard lots of which are Mark Garagos and Ben Mercedes.
Those are all Diddy's lawyers.
Worked for Bad Boy Entertainment for 4 years and worked for Hillary Rodman for 5. Okay? When I take Sean the threat of death on me, okay? I don't have it, but I can make it available under secrecy. That means that I wouldn't be liable because I don't want to be getting blamed for anything, okay?
Welcome everybody to the chat. Please thumbs up this video. Okay, we got into Sean Diddy Combs, his indictment, the charges. He's been charged with racketeering, trafficking, prostitution, and among many other things. Okay, he's got a RICO charge. Now, Jonathan Odie, about 3 to 4 years ago, laid all this out. Jonathan Odie currently is in custody still. As far as we know, he's in custody. I believe he's in protective custody. And I believe he blickied up shot up the Trump Hotel because he was being intimidated after Diddy settled a lawsuit with him because he transmitted the herp to Odie, allegedly. Okay, so please thumbs up the video. I just want to take it back to give my Knotty crew an idea why we are where we are today. Jonathan Odie laid it out in this interrogation. Fair use, fair use. Thumbs up this video.
I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would masturbate, tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard lots of business. Because what they would do is Sean talks a lot on the phone and on the TV with speakers and stuff, and I was like a sex slave, okay? For them, that's what I was. That's all right? I caught herpes, and I came back and I sued him for the herpes and won. But they did Mark Garros and Dennis.
Okay, so you heard him out his own mouth. Jonathan Odie, he caught the herp. He sued Diddy and won.
Were his attorneys, okay? And Christopher Leon's here was my attorney. They asked me to turn in that, which was the video recording, and I did so. They gave it back to me accidentally, and it's possible I threw everything out. It's possible I can produce a copy.
Gotcha.
It's possible. I'm not sure. Now, how does this lead towards Donald Trump?
Okay.
The Mercedes family, Ben Mercedes, that works with Mark Garagos. Mark Garagos used to be Michael Jackson's attorney.
Yeah, out in Los Angeles.
Yeah. He had he drugged Michael and they OD'd him, okay? He didn't overdose. They OD'd him because they keep the royalties of the music. Michael alone made $860 million alone last year, okay, in 2017, which who keeps that royalty? The music companies.
This is 2018 that Jonathan Odie is doing this interrogation.
Who represents the media and entertainment in the United States? Most of them, Mercedes stars. Kenny Mercedes, which is Groomer Mercedes shot out of New York. Okay? So what they've been doing is they've been promoting a hate agenda against Trump. So people hate him. Okay? Because they know he is very alpha. Okay? Very alpha in the sense that he likes money, he likes to make money, and he likes women, and they know they want to defame in certain ways with Stormy, with other people, because they want him out of the government, okay? But it ain't happening because it's too smart for them. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm trying to, right?
Donald is intelligent. We have a similar type of intelligence and overview of things. The only thing is he's not seeing that Hillary is a distant cousin of his and Obama have a different plan for him. You understand? No offense with Obama. I love each and every American, but he was part of that 9/11 agenda. He's a CIA agent, an ex-CIA agent. That's why there's so much identity issues with Obama. Who knows his real name? They say he was born in Indonesia and he's also born in Hawaii. Nobody knows. Why? Because he's an ex-CIA agent.
Okay.
Basically, Osama bin Laden never existed. It was a creation of the CIA, and it was Obama in a cave talking shit and looking like an Arab. And then they bombed the Twin Towers. Okay? So my problem is, I'm here to expose each and single one of them to the American public for the crimes committed on September 11th, 2001, and therefore. Okay?
Now tell me though, how all of that led up to Thursday night, Friday morning.
Well, I've been trying. My settlement put me in a box. Basically, I couldn't talk because I was going to be sued. So I let it be, but they've been following me, and they've had, Mark Garagos has had the FBI on me, has had...
So they've been following him. He's had the FBI on him ever since he settled with Diddy.
Other agencies looking at me and spying on me, okay, because they want to set me up as an extortionist. Like if I was extorting Sean for money. It's wrong. Basically what happened is Diddy and Ross, which they good buddies, okay, they're gay.
Who? Diddy, he talking about Diddy and Rick Ross right now.
Both Diddy and Ross and Khaled, they all gay. Okay?
You heard him? Diddy, Rick Ross, and DJ Khaled. They all gay. They all part of Boulay. That's what Jonathan Odie said. Y'all need me to back it up a little bit? Let me back it up.
Hamas.
Yeah.
Sorry, I said the wrong.
No.
Hamas supporter. Okay. Basically, he's. Yeah.
They all gay?
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
Basically, I couldn't talk because I was gonna be sued. So I let it be, but they've been following me, and they've had Smart Ghetto has had the FBI on me, has had other agencies looking at me and spying on me, okay, because they want to set me up as an extortionist. Like if I was extorting Sean for money. It's wrong. Basically what happened is Diddy and Ross, which they good buddies, okay, they're gay.
Who?
Both Diddy and Ross and Khaled, they all gay. Okay?
DJ Khaled, Rick Ross, and P. Diddy?
Yeah.
They all gay?
They all gay.
Gotcha. All right.
Khaled is a Hamas supporter. Okay.
Who supporter?
Hamas.
Hamas. Yeah.
Sorry, I said the wrong.
No.
Hamas supporter. Okay. Basically, he's Arab, Palestinian. Okay. The Ciroc agenda, okay, is basically binge drinking poured out on a yacht. They promote binge drinking and drugs.
You heard them? They promote binge drinking and drugs, primarily on the yacht. Odie laid this out.
The hip-hop agenda was laid out by Obama during his last presidencies purposely. That's why they had Tupac killed, because when they kill them, you gain fame. When your record sales go up, and then people listen to your lyrics and everything, and then you become famous, okay? That's how they do it, all right? Tupac's still alive. He's in Cuba. Basically, what happens is following. The hip-hop agenda is an agenda to move drugs all over the United States. You need to move the DEA. They move all the dope, on private jets, which don't get screened by
customs,
by DEA.
You heard that? They move on all the dope on private jets, so they don't get screened by customs and the DEA. You heard them. Yeah, I heard that too.
Inside the United States, okay? They move what's called high-grade powder, MDMA. They move cocaine, and they move liquid cocaine in the bottles too. Okay, so they put the liquid cocaine in the bottles and they move it. I've seen the liquid cocaine, I've drank it myself, having sex with Diddy and Cassie. Okay, it's not good. He drinks it all the time. Alright, he calls it Gigi, but it's liquid cocaine. Alright. How do I know there's a conspiracy against Trump? Because it's in the Illuminati card deck. He should look at it for himself.
Let me bring it back to Thursday night, Friday morning.
Okay, so that's Jonathan Odie. Y'all need to go and check it out. I've done videos on it. Tisa Tell's done videos on it. She's the one that discovered it. But there's been an agenda for a long time. And although Odie, I feel like he mixed two lies and the truth, or two truths and a lie, and in his interrogation, like the whole Tupac thing being alive and stuff like that. I think that's a little far-fetched. But as far as the outline of the business model of why this indictment has now come about, I believe Jonathan Odie is going to be one of the star witnesses if he's still alive. I also believe Cassie is a good star witness. I also believe that Little Rod is a good witness because he claims he has video evidence. Now, Little Rod and Tyrone Blackburn, the problem they have been running into is serving Diddy and also Cuba Gooding. Now, his lawsuit was amended, and I think it's a separate lawsuit for Cuba Gooding now. But he has not been able to serve Diddy. But now that he is arrested, I'm sure they're going to attempt to serve him while he's in custody. So, you know, this was laid out by Odie a long time ago. And then Cassie came with her lawsuit, and that kind of corroborated. And then the other lawsuits that came after that, you establish a pattern of behavior. And with them doing the raids, they were also able to obtain, and we heard it earlier, the Southern District Attorney of New York spoke and said they were able to obtain weapons, video footage, also supplies for the freak-offs. All right, so they have some evidence, and we all know the Fed's reputation. They're not going to pounce until they got all their ducks in a row, and they're going to make sure they have you. They're going to make sure they have you. So, I mean, it looks like the downfall of Diddy is here. Please thumbs up this video. But I was sure, like I showed earlier, Justin, Christian, and Quincy all went down to the courthouse in Brooklyn. And they were seen entering the building. I doubt they were able to see him. Let's get into some reactions from social media. Here's a content creator. Her name is The Talk of Shame. Here we go.
It's alleged freak-offs that were seized in the raids.
They also seized evidence of the freak-offs. Electronic devices that contain images and videos of the freak-offs with multiple victims. And they seized cases and cases of the kinds of personal lubricant and baby oil that Combs' staff allegedly used to stock hotel rooms for the freak-offs. More than 1,000 bottles altogether.
I truly hope for the victims' sake those videos never, ever get leaked. They never see the light of day. I can't even imagine how they feel knowing that those videos exist and they've just been living somewhere and now have been seized by the government. Right. That was brought up at the press conference given earlier today by U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York, Damian Williams. Diddy is scheduled to be arraigned at 2:30 today in New York. And the U.S. Attorney also brought up in this press conference that the government had submitted a detention letter to the court because they do not want Diddy to be able to bail out because they basically say he's a danger, he is a flight risk. This is the section from that detention letter that talks about the government saying that bail package is insufficient. Diddy and his attorneys essentially offered, he'll wear an ankle monitor, and they offered a $50 million bail package, but the government's saying that's not enough. So Diddy will be arraigned at 2:30 today, and we will find out, if he will make bail or if he will be detained until trial.
And we will be there for it. We'll figure out if he's going to be released. But I think it's highly likely that he will be detained without bail. They said because they were supposed to arrest him today. But something happened where they decided to arrest him last night. And I believe the U.S. District Attorney mentioned something along the lines where the witnesses felt like they were not safe. And they still felt like they were being intimidated. Okay? He was still trying to bribe people up until the last minute. So the shade room release, here's how much time Diddy is facing for each of his charges in the indictment. For the racketeering, he is facing life in prison. For the trafficking, maximum life in prison, minimum 15 years. In the transportation for prostitution, and I'm saying that for YouTube purposes, there's a maximum of 10 years in prison. Please thumbs up this video. Please thumbs up this video. But Cat Williams definitely said it at the top of the year in his Club Shay Shay interview. All freaks will be exposed. If you're not on the right side of right, you will be exposed. And this is what is happening. This is what is happening. You know what's sad is the fact that he got his kids caught up into all these lawsuits. You don't see Quincy though. And I think that's because Quincy lives separately. He's been grown. He's been out on his own or whatever. And I think he just tries to like be around his siblings and things like that. But his other sons, Christian and Justin, both have been named in these lawsuits. Sad. But I knew what type of father he was when he was caught at the airport when Homeland Security raided with his drug mule and his twins about to board a plane. So Diddy knew this was coming for a while, so he's not surprised. But he's cooperating to make it look good, so hopefully he can get bail. There's a purpose and a reason for everything. And it's saying here, the feds do not want Diddy to be allowed out on bail as he awaits trial because they believe he could potentially flee. He's a huge flight risk. All right, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I appreciate every last one of you joining me. Please thumbs up this video and let me know what you think. I'll be back later when he is arraigned. We'll go live then. But please like, comment, and share. That's the free way of supporting the channel. Follow me on all my different social media platforms. I appreciate every last one of you joining me. We've been waiting for this. And I'm with some of my Knotty crew. Like, how come we couldn't see him arrested? I think something went down where the feds felt like they had to act in that moment. But I leave you with the question. Who do you think the key or the star witnesses are going to be in this case? You know, I think Cassie is going to be a good star witness if they can get a hold of Jonathan Odie. I think he'll be a good star witness. Even the male prostitute that's currently incarcerated in Michigan, I think he would be a good witness, but they would then have to transport him. So it might be a problem there. I'm interested to see who in his business realm they are going to indict in addition to Diddy, because there were people that helped him operate these businesses, as we mentioned earlier, with booking hotels, arranging ex-workers. All these people are going to be charged, but I wonder how many people are going to turn state and snitch to save their own behinds. Right, they don't want him to take off the Bolly with Russell Simmons. Keefy D. And I'm interested to see if Diddy will become snitch at this point. I mean, we know he's selfish. I mean, Diddy is all about Diddy. I feel like it's something bigger. I feel like there's more indictments to come. I feel like there are going to be more celebs exposed as a result of this. And he was the key to the music industry. And in Dawn Richard's last lawsuit, she mentioned some bigwigs being witness to his abuse towards women, and they did nothing about it. So Knotty crew, the music industry as we know it is being dismantled, chipped away one piece at a time. But it's going to be bigger than just Diddy. We're going to see more people being exposed. This trial is going to be epic. I think it's going to be more epic than the R. Kelly trial. And I think we're going to hear about STDs. I think we're going to hear about a lot of actual fetishes being satisfied. I know one of the rituals that R. Kelly loved to do with his victims is make them eat his poo. You think Diddy going to take a few names with him? Oh, yeah, Jimmy Irvine. Yes, he was mentioned in the lawsuit. And I believe he got a lawsuit himself. guys from Brazil are present. Here recently, I didn't cover it because the lawsuit was frivolous, but one of the cartel members that is currently incarcerated even tried to bring a suit towards Diddy, saying that he stopped his illegal activity. I mean, the judge just dismissed it, but he alleged in that lawsuit that Diddy will order underage people to the parties as party favors. Yeah, 50 been out loud with it. He been out loud with it for years. Chantel said, girl, I wasn't even interested in what was going on with Diddy and this case until today, listening to you. Now you got me interested. Girl, I got mad. I've been following this. I've never liked Diddy. I never felt like he was a rapper. I felt like he stole his talent from other artists, you know, and he would get artists hemmed up in contracts, and he will take advantage of people's business ignorance, basically. And he exploited basically kids from like the hood that didn't know any better, didn't know to get a lawyer to read their contracts and stuff like that. That's how he got all these artists hemmed up. Mace complained about this for years. I remember him being out loud speaking about it. Like, he felt like he was doing all the work and Diddy was taking the credit. And then people would ask Mace, like, well, why didn't you sue? And he's like, because everything in his mother's name. Y'all remember that? Everything in his kid's name. Everything in his kid's name, child. He's not no real artist. We never respected Diddy as no rapper. Please, child. How many Diddy albums y'all bought? Or I challenge y'all. How many albums Diddy had without collaborating with somebody else? He never could do it on his own. And how, when you getting a Lifetime Achievement Award, none of your artists are there to support you? Thumbs up the video. Make that make sense. The only thing you had was your kids and Keisha Cole, who he grabbed by the neck like that was cute. If y'all remember the performance, they performed last night. And at the end of the performance, he grabbed her by her neck. And you could tell she did not like it. Great to see you, Spitfire. Chantel said, you see what Suge Knight said? He only dance in the videos. LOL, that's all he do. If he was such a great producer, why did he need Little Rod there for his last album at this point in his career? Come on now. So I've been covering this. So you guys, please check out my old videos. They all titled The Downfall of Diddy. We knew it was coming. I still feel like they're showing him way too much grace. Even the mayor of New York, he got some reckoning coming for him because he knew what... I don't know what happened there. He knew what Diddy was all about and gave him the key to the city anyway. Okay? So I don't care that... Sorry, guys. I'm about to get out of here. My phone is ringing like crazy. We'll be back to watch the arraignment. Yeah, Biggie's the only reason why people listen to Diddy. Eric Adams was in on the mess, Knotty, the making of that song. It was Friction with Keisha. I'm about to get out of here because my phone going to keep freezing and people going to keep calling. I love you all. Thumbs up this video. I'll be back in a few when they arraign him at 2:30. Thumbs up the video. Until next time, Knotty Crew, I'm out. 1.